Okay, nistu nitaniku insamaki and nitotu bigani. My Blackfoot name is Crop Woman, and my English name is Yvonne Provost. My maiden name was Yvonne Smith, and I come from the Bigani First Nation in southern Alberta between Pinch Creek and Fort Macleod, and I've lived there all my life. Mom and Dad had 14 children. I had 9 brothers and 4 sisters. My 4 oldest siblings went to residential school. When they left, it was always sad because we didn't know where they were going. You know, we had a wonderful childhood, and then as we started becoming of age, and they built the day school in Brockett in either 62 or 63. But anyway, that's where we started going to school.
Oki, Tansei, Bonjour, Hello, Nestanago, Agakio, Babogaki, which translates to Driftpile Woman and Blackfoot. I was gifted that name by our elder Reg Croshu of Piikani. My Western name is Daisy Giroux, and I'm originally from the Treaty 8 territory of Driftpile First Nation, but I'm a visitor of Treaty 7 territory, and I've been on Mohkinstsis land for 9 years. I am a strategy lead for our Nadusi Indigenous Healing and Wellbeing Initiative at United Way, and I'm also a mother of 3 children and a grandmother or cookum to a 3-year-old grandson. So Orange Shirt Day is recognized on September 30th of every year. The reason for the Orange Shirt Day is to recognize and honor our residential school survivors. My grandparents went to residential school. My parents were part of the Indian Day School. And even though I was brought up with a lot of love and compassion, there was still a lot of intergenerational trauma that existed.
Life at day school was in no comparison to what we had at home. We had love, we had caring. Like my late father used to call us his dolls. We almost became from such bubbly, lovable children, like happy and whatnot. But as soon as we got, it was just like we became stone people.
So when we talk about truth and reconciliation, a lot of times people will want to go to the reconciliation, but before we can get to reconciliation, we have to honor and recognize that truth. And that truth is rooted in a very dark history.
Because some papers I handed mine in, and some papers weren't handed in, she took us and she started whipping us. She was hitting us on the back. I bent my head down, and the hard part of the strap, she had turned it around and she was holding the strap and she had hit me on the head. I was taken to a makeshift infirmary. I remember lying on the floor because there was no bed in there, and there was a blanket, there was stuff wrapped around my head. My parents showed up, and because I understood Blackfoot, I was looking up at my dad, and he told me, "Are you okay?" And I said yes. I knew if I said something that would jeopardize my parents, I would get taken away, and I didn't want to get taken away. I was so afraid. My scar still exists today. It wasn't a happy time for us, and it was truly difficult. Our culture was taken away from us, our language was taken away from us.
By recognizing Orange Shirt Day, you're starting a journey of understanding and learning about that dark history that we're a part of, that we're all a part of, and learning more about residential school, the impacts, how it's affected our further generations, and really telling people that Orange Shirt Day is not just one day.
You know, it's my hope that when people see this, that they're aware of some of the hardships we went through. They were real, they were tangible. You go to jail today if you did some of the things that happened to us at day school. We're just the people. And if anything, we belong here. And don't discriminate against us, especially our babies, our new dolls that are coming up. We want them to know that society has changed, that there are people out there that can make a difference.
So one of the things that a non-Indigenous person can do is to talk to an Indigenous person and get to know their story. It's also really important to participate in community activities that are hosted by Indigenous people or Indigenous organizations. One of the events that I'm very excited to share is we host an annual Connect event. And we've been hosting that Connect event for 11 years.
Just accept human beings for who they are as human beings, because that's what we've been taught. And not to do it from here because you have to, not because your job description says you have to. Do it from here. Do it from your heart. You will meet many people. You will forget their names. You won't remember them. But you will never forget how they treated you.
What are you going to do going forward once you participate in Orange Shirt Day or participate in those learning or participate in those conversations? What are you going to do going forward? We challenge you to go and share that with 3 individuals in your life, whether it's a colleague or a family member or a friend. It's so important to start these conversations and ignite these conversations with other people so that they can go on their own learning journey and start to recognize the history, the truth, and start to join us in as allies to create reconciliation.